Listen up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all. It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the Two Gun Fix-It presents Legendary Gaming. Tabletop Takeout Tuesdays back again, my friends, and this time I want to delve right back into Dungeons and Dragons. So I want to tell you why I love this Dungeons and Dragons cooperative adventure system. This is a great system. I love literally every one of the boxes in this game. I do. From the very beginnings all the way up to the end where we currently are. But there is one title I've yet to tell you why it means so much to me. So join me down the table, my friends, and I will tell you why I love Tomb of Annihilation. Come on, I'll see you down there. All right, now, first of all, I just got to say, and if I haven't made this clear before in any of the other videos I've done for the Dungeons & Dragons Cooperative Adventure System games, if you enjoy Dungeons & Dragons, you really need to try these games. Now, I'm not going to be pretentious enough to think I know you well enough or your situation to say that you need to spend your money to go buy these. But I do want you to know that if you enjoy any edition of Dungeons & Dragons, you may want to give these board games a chance, because when I did, I fell in love with them. Now, with this one right here, this departs a little bit in the sense that this has like the first true, real hardcore campaign system set up. Now, the previous box games, you can play them in a campaign style, but there's nothing written from adventure to adventure, story to story, to really make it a campaign feel. But this goes out of its way specifically to do that. So it has my attention on top of the other games right there. And you know, because of this, it adds to the thematic feel that you're playing Dungeons & Dragons. And that takes it a step beyond where the other games in this series have been. And this game leads into the next one, which I've already done a video for, the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Just to real quick to let you know that although these games only go up to second level, that game, the next one in the series after this I'm talking about, Dungeon of the Mad Mage, you can take them up to fourth level. So all of these rules are intercompatible with each other from one game set to the next. You can use updated rules while using the characters from the first game, Castle Ravenloft, which is something else I really enjoy about this whole system that they've put together, that everything is this mix and match interchangeability between heroes from one box adventure to the next, and even between the class abilities and cards. So there may be 2 or 3 games that have fighters in them, and each one of them has their own different set of fighter cards. You can use one character's fighter cards for another character who's also a fighter. You can mix and match in any way. I love this. You can act as a dungeon master and make your own homemade adventures using these boxes. The more you have, the deeper and the better mixed that adventure you homebrew is going to be. Now, previous games have all used traps before, but this goes a little bit of a step further. While they have certain chits that if you draw them, you then have to draw a more specific trap card. And these are a lot more deadly than what you would have experienced in some of the earlier games that just use chits and then boom, this happens to you. Yeah, this gets a little bit deeper with it, and it should, because Tomb of Annihilation is, you can argue me if you want in the comments, but it is loosely based on the Great Tomb of Horrors by Gary Gygax, and that was a death sentence of traps, truly earning the title Gygaxian in every way, shape, and form. So the fact that this kind of ups the game with traps, I really enjoy that. It's fitting, very fitting. But that's not all. Besides adding this trap deck, there's also spell cards. And these are going to be used to add to certain monsters or villains, making them a lot more difficult for you to deal with. And I like the fact that you're adding this into the game, that this is something now that you're improving and changing a lot of these characters with, because again, it kind of adds a little bit to replayability, I think. And it also takes the regular and the expected and kind of bends and twists that so it's less recognizable. Come on, that's great, because you get bored over the familiar long enough in these style games. There's a nice back and forth with this tile system, because like a lot of the other games are all just dungeon tiles, because that's what's fitting there in a dungeon or a castle. This has a mix and match of both styles of a dungeon as well as a jungle. And having that extra visual during the course of the game, you know, in one campaign we're in the jungle and the next we're in a dungeon, it looks nice. It looks nice to see the different environments being represented finally throughout the tiles. And, you know, that's a definite bonus, I think. And let's not forget the fact that we have another set of absolutely amazing, stunning looking miniatures. And if, unlike me, you have the skill to paint them, you're gonna want to paint these. Trust me. They look fantastic. I love looking at them even unpainted. I think there's such a magnificent job that has been done on all of these. So take your time, gaze, and check out the miniatures when you get a chance, because I think even if you're not impressed, you're definitely going to have seen a hell of a lot worse than what you see here. But I think a lot of you is going to be a little impressed. Altogether, adding this with everything else that they've done and come out with in this system is just absolutely marvelous and beautiful. And if you're a fan of Dungeons & Dragons, as I said in the beginning of this, please go get more information on these games. And if you get an opportunity, definitely, please play one of these games. I think you're going to enjoy it. Thank you for listening to my reasons why I enjoy Tomb of Horrors. Well, the update, Tomb of Annihilation. See, I did it. That's what they want you to do. They want you to make the association, and I did it for them. So thank you for checking out my reasons why I enjoy Tomb of Annihilation. I'm your buddy Big John at G for Two Gun Fixer Presents Legendary Gaming, and I am out of here.